Welcome back, everyone, to Uncasville, Connecticut. The Mohegan Sun were inside with the World Combat League. Philadelphia Fire leading right now by 21 points and looking for some help now from Jason Bourelly in a very even match with Shannon Hudson.
Yeah, very impressive. You know, I noticed that he mixes Japanese Shotokan karate and Western boxing. That is Shannon Hudson. It's going to be interesting to see how he deals with Bourelly's speed. Oh boy, and aren't we seeing it right off the bat?
Bourelly is one of the fastest fighters in the world, 5-time continuous point fighting world champion. This is only his second time in the full contact ring. Good spinning back kick by Bourelly. His first venture into the ring, he lost by a TKO. He gave a good account of himself, and he says this time he's a lot more ready than last time.
It's going to be so interesting, you know, again, with his main history being sport karate, that he's got the juice to be able to give the full impact from, you know, with his kicks and punches and be able to last it 3 minutes.
Guys, with the format of the World Combat League, it's 3 minutes non-stop, and you've got to be throwing punches or kicks at the same time.
Oh,
nice shot.
Knee strike.
Flying knee strike followed by a right hand.
Having said that, though, you take a look at a guy like Bourelly, and you say too much too soon.
Bourelly just got so well with it right hook that time. He's really doing a lot of damage against Hudson here.
Well, Bourelly's mistake in his last WCL bout, where he lost by TKO, is he thought that he had to throw something all the time. You fight in spurts. You gauge your opponent, you look for the openings, and then you go in. You don't have to throw something all the time. So far, Bourelly has given a great account of himself. He rocked Hudson a minute ago with 2 right hands.
Oh, there's another beautiful hook.
Much different than his first time out.
He looks in great shape too, Bourelly. I mean, you know, it doesn't seem like his fitness would be in question at all.
Both these guys are 4th-degree black belts in Japanese karate, both professional martial arts instructors and trainers and fighters.
Again, Hudson, I think, has just got to close that gap and try and use his boxing skills, but he's having a lot of trouble getting close to Bourelly.
Hudson for New England, they're closest to you in the blue. Bourelly for the Fire in the burgundy pants, and Philly leading this 52-31. They need something, New England does, out of Hudson.
Oh, there's another right hook from Bourelly right on the chin of Hudson.
Bourelly is just, in this bout at least, we'll see how he does in the second half if this goes to a decision, but Bourelly is just too fast for Hudson in this first bout.
And he's picking his shots beautifully, too. I mean, he's sometimes when he fights defensively, he just finds his mark. He takes the time to really load those shots and place them well.
Bourelly said in a pre-fight interview that the first time out, he felt like as soon as he got hit hard, he had to knock the other guy out first.
Look at that. There's the aggression. There's the combinations that'll do the job.
Yeah, this time, he's being much more patient out there, and he's waiting for his opportunities.
And it's like we said, it's the learning curve. Having done it once, he's been able to do his homework and get better conditioned and better prepared for this type of match.
Well, just as New England rallied and came back with a nice win in bout number 4 here in 5, they're going to be right back down again.
Well, Bourelly certainly in command of this bout, and one of the most promising young fighters to come into WCL. Bourelly may have found his calling right here against Hudson.
That was a big left hook from Bourelly right on the chin of Hudson.
That's going to be a knockdown. Will not be a TKO. He'll get up.
Very dominating performance from Bourelly.
Well, that's going to widen the gap more for Philadelphia.
Absolutely. Hudson tried. He tried to hang in.
New England's going to have to rally at halftime. Oh, there is one more bout before halftime.
This is with less than a minute to go here, guys.
You see the speed of Bourelly. There's nothing Hudson can do except just try to keep his hands up and not absorb every blow.
Yeah, Bourelly just beautifully placed technique.
Here again, Bourelly showing the speed that's made him a champion the world over in sport karate point tournaments, bringing it now into the WCL.
Well, just when the New England Strikers closed the gap a little bit, then Jason Bourelly came calling 15-7 with those points, the 15 in the Philadelphia category, and the lead is getting pretty big again. Pride on the line, individual records on the line, still a lot to fight for, but the Philadelphia Fire has already clinched the victory here at the Mohegan Sun. Fire will win the match, but we've got 2 bouts to go in the ring for the Philadelphia Fire. That's Jason Bourelly. He won the earlier bout. Shannon the Cannon Hudson for the New England Strikers in the blue.
Decisive win, too, for Bourelly in the first match. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Sampalis is coming up with anything for Hudson in this match.
Well, you know, Hudson is a good fighter.
He is a good fighter, and he's aggressive. He hangs in there. Bourelly's just got too much agility and speed.
Now, you don't realize, I mean, that, you know, you can see it from platform side. You can see it on television. And unless you're right there in the ring, you just don't realize how fast a guy like Bourelly is.
He's got the ability to move, sidestep, and throw. You know, and that's the thing. It's one thing to move and to serve from the sidestep, but can you throw from all those positions? And Bourelly seems to have that ability.
Hudson in the blue for the Strikers. He's a guy who carries 12 KOs in his fight history, so very capable fighter.
29 wins, 8 losses. Bourelly, much more of a rookie in this type of fighting, but he's made a great account of himself tonight. It looks like he's really gotten over the hurdle, and he's on his way to a terrific WCL career.
Yeah, he certainly is. He just seems to fluster the other fighter with too much, you know, in the way of combination. He just puts them together and causes, like in this case, Hudson just cover up.
I want both of you guys to keep your head up. You know what to do. Stop. Last warning. Keep your head up.
Like a headbutt to the stomach.
Telling him to keep that head up. Bourelly not wanting to make any kind of fatal mistake, and with Hudson that could happen. Hudson's he's a knockout fighter.
Yeah, he still allows Bourelly to get back, get his distance, and just lead in with those long-ranging kicks, follow with the hands, and then all Hudson can do is cover up, like what's happening now.
Well, he just took a point from Bourelly, gave it to Shannon the Cannon Hudson. Helps the Strikers, but once again, a win is without reach, or not within reach.
Just too little, too late for the Strikers. But Hudson, he's fighting hard out there. And against Bourelly, it's the only way to do it. You got to fight hard, or else you will get knocked out.
He's definitely got, Hudson's got heart. You know, he just keeps walking up, and that's what this competition is all about, not about backstepping.
Well, individual pride is team pride.
Exactly.
All on the line. None of these guys are going to quit.
Look at that. That was almost a classic point tournament technique, wasn't it, Mike? And he had scored.
Go back kick followed by that lunge. That would have got him a point in the tournament arena, but it didn't get him anything but a push warning here in WCL.
See, it's deceptive. Hudson thinks he's way out of range, and suddenly he gets tagged.
Oh, good roundhouse. Fast roundhouse kicks. This is when he should be tired, too. Good hook kick. Oh, that's a knockdown. Just too much for Hudson.
Too much pressure.
7, 8.
Hudson, he's trying to walk up, but he's not throwing leather when he walks up. He's got to keep busy, otherwise Bourelly can just pick his shots.
Hudson doing everything he can, but not enough for the New England Strikers. Bourelly, he'll take that one easily.
No, phenomenal speed and placing his shots. You can see he's a thinking fighter as well. Look at that roundhouse kick there. Beautiful right, doubling up again. Hudson's walking up, but he's seeing stars, believe me, even though it's on the glove. An axe kick attempt, followed up with a right hand to the head.
No huge surprise. Bourelly 15 points. Hudson brings 8 for the Strikers. 141-89. Philadelphia will win again. One bout to go, though, and a lot of pride on the line.
It is time for match